Hello there everybody. Thank you for joining us again on the Colour Passion channel. I'm Kim Gow from Colour Passion. In today's tutorial, I thought I'm going to try a new colour. The last video was a little bit like that, but I've just refined it a little bit more. We're going to see how it goes. It's going to be called Dragon's Blood, and it is as a request for this colour to be created from the lovely Lorraine in Canada. So Lorraine, this is for you. Okay, so it's a very, very dark colour, like a black, and then it's got a bit of red when the light hits it. So not sure how it's going to go, but we'll have a play and find out. I thought we'd do that on the base. Then we would use our beautiful, as you know I love it, the milk white, or skim milk white. We're going to use that. Mental blank. Goodness gracious me. Top Cell, Passion Top Cell. We're going to use that, and I'm thinking the molten copper. I love that colour. And also in that theme, I thought that we would use the beautiful, it's the Russet Colour Shift Glitter. So I think that'll go really nice with it. So we're going to have a play with that as well. So I have actually around the sides of my board, and you'll see it when I go to the other area where it shoots down over here. I'm going to, I've sprayed it black, sorry, so it's a nice dark colour. So when the Dragon's Blood goes over the edge, it's because it's vertical, so it's always going to thin down, and if it's just white, then it can make it really sort of quite transparent, and it's not what we want. We want a nice in-depth edges. So that's what I've done in preparation here, and I've got my other gimbal up here, which I'm going to connect the phone up to in a moment. I've got a new microphone, so I'm hoping you'll hear things a lot better now. See how we go. All right, everybody, let's go and have some fun and see what we can create with Dragon's Blood. Hello there everybody. Thank you for joining us again on the Colour Passion channel. My name is Kim Gow and I am from Colour Passion. Okay, this week I thought we'd do something a little different. I've already done it, so I can't show you it, but basically I've got the Eggplant Powder pigment that we have. I've mixed that with some part A of our resin and created a paste. So rather than just use it as a powder in the cup, when I've mixed it with the resin, I've made it into a paste and I've put that in. So it's created a beautiful colour. So I thought we'd use that because I have created a really, really dark colour, which is sort of those tones. So I thought it might go nice together. We'll find out and see what it does look like. But yeah, so that's just a little trick. You can do that with actually any of the powders. You just mix it with part A, or any solid pigments actually, you can mix it with part A and it'll do the same thing. It's not better, not worse for mixing it. I just thought I'd try it and just show you what it'll turn out like. So I haven't actually used it yet, so we'll find out shortly and see what it's like. I'm going to use the skim milk because you all know that I'm just madly excited about this product. It's really, really good. It gives that beautiful, misty, smoky sort of a background without being white and in your face. You can use it, it laces beautifully, so you can still use that anyway with just the paste if you want a bit of lacing. Yeah, I have really enjoyed using this in the last few videos that you've seen. I love it. But just a note of caution, if you want it to be really sort of transparent and skim milkish, you need to just bear that in mind when you pop it into the resin. You don't want to make it too opaque. So you should be able to see, you know, when you pull it out, well, I'll show you anyway, but when you pull it out, you should be able to basically see through it a bit. And we're going to use some pewter because I love the Pewter Metallic. So I thought that might be a nice mix with all of this, and we'll use our Top Cell White also. All right, let's go and see what we can create with these colours, and hopefully with a bit of negative space. All right, see you shortly. Okay, everybody, here we are. We'll see, you'll just see my hands here. Hopefully this is going to be okay on this setup. I put big tape around the edge so that a dam effect, and when I'm ready I'll take that off and it'll flow over the side. I've mixed up the resin. I've got the colours here. I don't know how these are going to go, but we're just going to give it a try. This is an experiment, so we'll learn together. All right, so with this board, I mean, really, I am guesstimating as to how much I'm going to need because I'm really not really sure. So, but I'm thinking I'm going to do 500 ml because I've mixed up plenty here. I'm going to have just a bit of top cell white. Again, I don't need a lot, just a bit. Our skim milk, which, as you know, I just love, love, love. I'm going to put, I think, some Pewter Metallic in this pour, and I've done something different. What I've done is I have actually mixed our eggplant powder with part A of my resin to make a paste. And I'm just going to try that as well and blow that over and see how it goes. So I've got some extra resin, but I'll just leave that there for now. Oh, very important, always use your balance. Make sure that your board is balanced and use a level so that you can see that it's not going to run to one side or the other. I always do that. Okay, so I'm testing this new colour, and it's, I won't tell you what I'm going to call it yet because we'll just see how it goes. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, really, really deep red. I'm just going to put a couple of scoops in because it is over 2 cups. So normally I would put 1 teaspoon per cup. So because this is 2 cups, we do 2 teaspoons. It'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Just making sure that it's all mixed properly with our resin. Now today I'm going to try the ultimate resin and see how we go. Making sure it's all mixed in there. All right. Lovely dark colour. Okay, so I want a bit of top cell white. Just about at the bottom of my old trusty container. Don't need a lot because I've only got really a little bit on here. Actually, hopefully I've got enough. I'm just thinking I might just pour a little bit from this one in. Beautiful. Okay, so that's our top cell white. Skim milk, as you know, is one of my favourites. Now, the secret with the skim milk is don't put in too much because it's going to be too opaque. It's skim milk for a reason. So I'm just going to basically dip the end of the spatula in. I've wiped off the bottom. I'm going to put it in here and mix it and just see, because I want it to sort of have like a really smoky effect, and if I go overboard with it, there's no going back. So yeah, I think this is exactly how I want it. It's very easy to overdo it in these small little cups as opposed to a big one. Hopefully I've mixed up enough there. I'm just thinking, no, we're not going to overdo it. Less is more. So we're just going to leave it. As I said, I thought we'd try the Pewter Metallic today, which is such a stunning colour. Just giving it a mix as we should always do. Okay. Again, I've really just wiped the end of the stick there because I don't think we're going to need any more of that than that. It is such a gorgeous colour. Beautiful. And I think it'll work well with this dark colour. All right, we'll do that. Now, this one, I've not tried it before with this one, so I don't know how it's going to go. When I look at it, it's not too dissimilar from that, and that's why I thought that it might work quite well. Decisions. I mean, it's very pretty. Yes, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to just do it. Okay. We can only try and see how it goes. Very pretty. Because I'm going to push this over the white, over the top cell white. See how we go. Just thinking there about the top cell white, because I have got plenty of resin here, so I'm just going to put a bit more in just in case I decide that I want to add a bit more. Right, and because I put in a little bit more resin, what did I just do with that? Sorry, the top cell pattern. Just want to add just a smidgen, and I'm talking just a smidge, only on one end, just to make sure that it's opaque, because it just looks like maybe it's not. And we've already got the skim milk, so we don't, you know what I mean? We don't want too lots of skim milk. Okay, I'm just going to give this another mix to make sure that it's all mixed thoroughly. Okay, so we've got our new colour we're going to test. We've got our normal white, top cell white. We have our skim milk. We have our Pewter Metallic. And we have our eggplant powder mixed with a bit of part A just to make it into a paste. And we're going to put that over the white. As I said, I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but we're just going to have a play together. I'm just wondering whether I've put enough of that in there. It's always hard to know because it is so big. You know what? I've made a bit more here, so I am going to put just a bit more in because I want to make sure that it maintains that that dark opacity that I'm looking for. Oops, that was clever. Dripped it everywhere. It's a gorgeous deep colour. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so clear there. So, all right. So I'm just going to pour this over now, all the way over. Go. Gee, it's gorgeous. All right, with my hands, because that's how I love to do it, I'm just going to spread it around, making sure that I go to the edge of the board so that when we are ready for it to come over the side, we've got the resin there. And I'll take the tape off. And if I feel I need to mix up a bit more, hopefully I've got enough left in that container to do it. I think I have. Very, very rich, but pretty. Pretty gorgeous, actually. Sort of like a really, really deep red. Pushing this over gently. I don't want it to run down before I'm ready. Okay. Getting quite warm in here because I've got the heater on because obviously it's winter and I always light my resin room, my studio in here, to be nice and warm for resin. The guideline is if it's under 20, you need to put a heater on, and if it's over 30, you need to put your aircon on. Now, the guide for that is because the happy point for resin is generally around the mid-20s. So, and I will leave I've just got the oil column heater, which is quite economical to run, and I'm just using that to keep it at temperature. And it's set, you know, on there, so it should do wonders for us, we hope. Just pushing it across because I've got quite a bit more in the middle there, I can feel it. I'm used to using the fast cure, but today I just thought I'd try the ultimate, which gives us longer working time, just to see the difference, and with the same sort of technique that I've been using recently, which I love. And I just thought I'd give it a go today and see. And it feels thicker, actually. Alright, so I just want to make sure once again that I've got the resin going right out to the tape. Okay. Now I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit. I'll get the heat gun in a moment and just run it over. It just helps with the levelling and getting things moving, I guess, and removes any bubbles that have been brought to the surface. Well, of course, shortly I will have our amazing new product that we are the proud Australian agents for, which is called Fusion. And that is simply going to be, it does come in some colours, but the Relax is the clear one that you can just simply spritz over or spray over, and it gets rid of all the bubbles. I'm so excited about this. Jackie and I checked this out when we were in Texas earlier this year, and it's taken all this time to get it to us because obviously it's got to come by sea. It can't be air freighted anywhere overseas. So we've just had to be patient and wait. It is on our website now for pre-order, but it will be here. Actually, I'm told that it's going to land tomorrow, so then probably within about a week it should be here. And anyone who's already got orders in, you'll definitely be first, and they'll be going out to you as soon as it lands at our warehouse. Very exciting. All right, I think I've done enough playing there. I'm just going to take that glove off and get another one so that I don't contaminate it and it is nice and clean. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get the heat gun and I'm going to run it over. Beautiful. Just going to put my exhaust fans on. Sorry, I forgot to do that, and I believe it'll help because I've got 3 long-haired gorgeous pussycats, but of course their hair floats everywhere, doesn't it? And I've found lately it's been a real struggle to keep it out of my resin. So I'm hoping that it will all be okay. All right, our first one we're going to use, as a matter of interest, I'll just see what that temperature is. 33.5. This is our beautiful skim milk. Now, I'm not quite sure how I'm even going to do this one. I don't want to go overboard though with it, so maybe we'll just put it around sort of the outside area. Because I keep striving for negative space and I keep overdoing it. So today I'm hoping we'll create some magic and we won't overdo it. Oops, I'm just going to shut the door. It's my husband's home and of course he doesn't think about keeping quiet. So I'm just going to hit this now with a heat gun, just to blow it around a bit. It amazes me how much this laces up. Pushing it around. See, I mean, this is quite light, even though we've just put a small amount of the skim milk in there. Just pushing it. Push that out a bit as well. I don't really want it all lacing, but I'm hoping by the time I come back with the other, we should have been able to get rid of it. Alright, so we've got that colour there. Now, we will put, do you know what? I think I'm going to put a little bit of the pewter on first. Again, I do not want a lot, just a little bit. Then I'm going to pour the white on. Let's see where we go to from this. Okay, now we're going to put the eggplant over the top of that. And I'm hoping it's going to do us justice and be a really pretty colour, but we'll see what happens. I have no idea. Okay, let's hit it with the heat gun and see what happens. Sorry about the noise, I'll have to get the microphone organised. That's pretty. And I think it works perfectly, actually, with the colour underneath. I'm so happy that I chose that. So I didn't quite know how it was going to go. Now, do we want a little bit more pewter? We've got a couple of little bits showing there. Gosh, it is very, very pretty. And again, I've got to be careful I don't overdo it because it's always so easy to overdo things. I'm just going to pop just a little bit of pewter there. And let's see what happens there. This is interesting. I'm loving what that's done. Love what that's done. That's just gone that way a little bit for some reason. You know what? I'm just going to pop just a smidge. You can see it just so tiny. A bit more of this over it. Like that. Blow this one out a little bit more this way. All right, let's just leave that, I think. Do not want to do too much more because I'm really loving how this is nice and clear, and this can get a bit mucky if I keep blowing it because I'm blowing over the cells again. So I think for now I'm just going to leave that and see how it goes because I can work on this, you know, for quite some time. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this now and I'm going to come back probably in about 20 minutes. I'll pull the tapes off and then we'll see what's happening. Okay, fingers crossed everybody that it's going to turn out really pretty. Okay everybody, we're back. I had an accident in the, I hope this is going to be still okay. I knocked the gimbal over when I was using up some leftover resin to make another little tray. So I didn't realise and I knocked it. Anyway, it seems like it's going to be working okay now, so that's good. Now, hopefully, this has been a while, so I'm hoping it's all going to be okay. I mean, you can work longer with Ultimate. Excuse me, I'm just obviously pulling this tape off, popping that in the bin. Now, what I want to do, of course, is to run my fingers around the edge here, hoping that it's got enough left in it to roll right over the side because it's quite a deep board. I'm hoping. But I didn't want to take it off too soon because I didn't want it to distort and pull the pattern because I think it's really turned out beautiful. It's just going to take a while for this to dribble over, I think, because it's obviously it was quite warm. I have got a little bit more resin here. I might, while that's just slowly dribbling, so I want it to be able to cover, so I might actually make up just a little bit more and then I'll just use my fingers to wrap it around, I think. Look, it may be okay, but I want to make sure that it goes right down to the bottom. So I haven't got any of the other deeper colour left really, so what I'll do is I'll just use the eggplant, which is sort of similar. It certainly is getting to gel state. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip my fingers in and I'm just going to come around the bottom part of it, basically giving it, you know, something for the resin to adhere to. And we'll see how it goes. I just got so carried away doing the tray with the leftover, not thinking for a moment perhaps I didn't have enough on this top here. Oops. It's definitely warm, so I don't know how we're going to go here. But again, we can only but try. It's a very pretty piece anyway. My thoughts are, if I can put the resin, wet it with resin on the bottom, then the top will continue to gently, hopefully, run over. And it probably doesn't matter if it's not like a solid colour, which is what I would prefer, but at least if it sort of looks the same tonings around the edge, it's probably going to be like okay. I'm surprised that it's heated up fairly quickly. And of course, if worst comes to worst, one can always, you know, mix up a bit more resin and apply it over. But I'm quite happy to do this. I'll just use up what I've got here, and hopefully it's going to be enough. Just smoothing it around. It'll definitely be unique, but I must say I'm very happy with the top and how that's come. I love the colour. It's beautiful. And of course I can't see what I'm doing around there. You'll be able to see it, but I won't. So I'll just have to run along. And just smooth it, and hopefully we've got enough. Poke, poke, poke. Gosh, I've got to tell you, I really love this. It's just so, so pretty. So let me know what you think in the comments. I may have to run around with a heat gun with this because I can feel it's very thick, just to make sure that it is, you know, all covered everything. Actually not too bad. Okay, I'll just come around the other side and see how we're going. Yes, it's quite a bit there, not covered, right? There's practically none left in this container, so I don't know, maybe we can skim a bit here. It's dribbling there, so maybe we'll just pull that along here. Whoops. Spatula, we'll just scrape the last bit off and cover it. There we go. A bit more here. An interesting edge. And you know, if somebody was looking at this, they might think that's exactly how it's meant to be. Even though you and I know that it's not how I wanted it. Just make sure we've got a little bit here. And then I might take this glove off, and then I might just run around with the heat gun. This glove is very sticky. Another glove on and see how we go. Always hope that things are going to turn out perfectly, but sometimes they don't go exactly as planned, so therefore you've just got to make the most of it. Alright, so we're just going to use the heat gun just to sort of hopefully help it dribble down a bit. Funny enough, this side's quite well covered. It's running down quite well with the heat. along the edge here. Hopefully I might be able to push some over just to help it run down. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it at that because if I heat it too much then that might, you know, undo what we tried to do. So we'll just run along here. Interesting, huh? All right, everybody, we'll leave it at that for now, and we'll see you in the reveal. Hello there, everyone. Here we are doing the reveal on our piece that we did late yesterday. It's turned out really, really pretty. I'm sorry about the reflections. There's nothing I can do about that because it's a dark colour and it's a big piece. Okay, so we've got some lovely, lovely effects there. We've got the skim milk, we've got the top cell white, and I pushed over, remember, the one that I made out of the eggplant powder, the colour, and I mixed it with a bit of part A, part A resin that is, to make the colour, and then we put that over the white and blue, and it's turned out beautifully. So delicate and pretty. Loving here where we can see the pewter coming through there. Just really, really pretty. I love it. And the colour in the background there, I was playing around with that colour, sort of creating it to see how it went. I might need one that's a little bit more red, I'm not sure, but still playing. So this is something very different, but finally I have got the I wanted the more negative space in the background. You know, I've been struggling with that. Well, it's beautiful on this piece. Really, really lovely. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up, make a comment down below, and I promise I'll always get back to you. And remember, if you don't give it a go, you'll never, never know. So why not try it? Because this was not hard to do. It's an easy technique, but it's a very effective one, I think. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you next time on the channel. Bye for now.